is Tony from her Homestead Skills, and today I'm going to make some pasta, and I'm going to use some more of my spinach powder. They say that this adds color and it's not so much flavor, and I'm not really interested in changing the flavor anyway. I just wanted to be able to get the beneficial attributes of the spinach rolled into the pasta. So here we go. Okay, and I am going to use my mixer to do this job. So, pull out all the things that I store in this bowl. Okay, and I'm going to try and get measurements here, but it's very rare that I can do this by actual measurements. I usually just do it by feel. So, I'm going to start off with maybe 4 cups of flour. Maybe 5. I don't make pasta very often, and it is a bit of a workout. Okay, so we've got 5 cups of flour there. And I'm going to add my spinach into the flour first and get it all mixed up really good. So I'm going to go with, a huge heaping tablespoon. Maybe a little more. So 2 tablespoons at least. And I'm going to mix this in before I go any further. So I want to get the spinach totally incorporated into the flour. Might work better with this guy. Okay, that's done. And at this point, we have kind of a pale green. You see, it's not totally incorporated, is it? Okay. Pale green flour now as opposed to a white one. Okay, and normally I would just make a well, put it on my cutting board, make a well, drop my eggs in, but I think I'm just going to make a well here, drop my eggs in, and we'll let the machine do the work. And I'm going to start off with 5 eggs. I'll probably need more. Okay, I've kneaded this dough, and now I'm just going to let it sit and let it rest. It's always good to let any dough rest for a while, whether it's for bread or for pasta. Okay. Yeah, that feels good. Feels like it's the right consistency. Took me a while to get there. Okay. So I'm just going to cover this up and let it rest. Okay, so I've set up my KitchenAid to take a pasta roller. So first of all, the one to flatten the pasta. Now I don't have a lot of space, working space here, so I will be finishing each small section as I go along, rather than doing everything, like flattening it all at once and then making pasta. So it's going to be, I'll be changing this a few times. Now I keep running that through until I'm happy with the consistency. And yeah, you want it to be firm, and you want it to be so that it doesn't fall apart when you start to thin it out. And yes, you do go through more and more flour as you go along. Okay, now I'm going to start to thin this down a bit. Okay, we're done here. I'm going to cut this into thirds. 1, 2, approximately thirds. There we go. Okay, first batch is done. And it does dry out quickly, especially with the spinach, and that's why I'm just doing a little bit at a time. The spinach tends to change the whole structure of the dough, and it seems to want to absorb a lot of liquid, and that's why I had to use a lot more eggs than I normally would. And I had to add a little bit of water in the end as well, which you can add either water or you can add olive oil. I just added a drop of water. Now we're going to go through the process of flattening and getting this in the right tension. You want it, as I say, pretty thick tension. You want it to be nice and firm. And once again, I'll cut this into thirds. Approximately. And add flour so it goes through the machine easily. And it helps it not stick together. About done. One batch left to go. And then it go into the freezer. Yeah, I'll do this in one large batch. Definitely bigger than the other ones. Okay. And switch it to the lightest setting again. Yeah. As usual, all that's left is the cleanup now. Okay, and these are going to be for quite a number of meals. I think one of these is enough for each one of us. So what have I got? 2, 3. Okay, let's do 3. 4, 5. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 little things of pasta, so good for at least 7 meals.